Okay guys, today on the bench, Fender Telecaster. Customer says it's from the 1970s. Let's get into it and restring this thing, set it up, and actually let's try to see what year this thing is. Okay, let's plug it in, see if she makes any noise. Three-way switch. Neck pickup is very quiet. You can hear it, but she's very, very quiet. Not sure what that means. Let's do the old. Let's take my meter and let's try to see what happens to this pickup when we set this over to ohms. Okay, we're going to put a cable in here. We're going to turn the volume all the way up. And let's see if we get a reading on this. So this is showing me that the bridge is at 6.0 ohms out at like 6. Let's go up into the neck. And I'm not getting anything to the neck. So we got a bad three-way switch, or we got a bad pickup, or it's not connected properly. Something's going on. Let's lift this up and see if we can see anything obvious, like a wire had come off or something like that.
Okay, so we'll check the bridge.
Yeah, let's just put your ohm meter on there. Bridge comes out to 6.00. Okay, let's try the front pickup now. I got Neil down here helping me out.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And so here's we get nothing out of that front pickup. So I'm going to disconnect it and try it again. Let me get my soldering iron out. Okay, so I've talked to my customer, and he's agreed to let me replace this pickup. So I'm going to search through my bag of tricks, and I'm going to find a nice tele pickup to put in this. And he was hoping to keep this thing all original, but this pickup will end up living in the guitar case forever and ever. And if it gets to the point where somebody wants to try to, you know, fix this pickup, it'll always live in its case. It'll be there forever. So let me unsolder it. Okay. I kind of had my doubts about this guitar being from the 70s, because there's a couple of different things about it that makes it seem like it's a it's like a reissue of something, but the neck proves that it's definitely 70s. Okay, then let's get that guy. There it is. I think we can just pull this thing out of there. And here's an up-close look at what we just pulled out. And sure enough, it's not working for some reason. Let's put the ohm meter back on it just to give it another, just to look at it one more time. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. She's dead. So, it's too bad. Something happened that killed that thing. I see it's got a whole bunch of, maybe that's the wax. But I don't know. I'm just going to put this in a baggie, and I'm going to just return it to his guitar case. Alright, here's what I'm going to put in there. I found this in my box of pickups. And I think this is a made in Mexico. Let's see if you guys can read that. So I told him I'm going to charge you 20 bucks to put a different pickup in there. And he said, okay, that's fine. So here we go. Yeah, so now there's the guys that are going to be like, oh, you should have had that pickup fixed and rewound and stuff. He can do that someday. All the purists out there are like, what are you doing? Okay, let's solder her back together now. Okay, let's plug it in. Okay. Okay, let's try the bridge. Good. Good. Okay, we got a working pickup in it. Now let's just reassemble the guitar and throw a pack of 9s on it. He's just going to be happy that he's going to be able to play in the neck position on this thing. And I don't think that pickup will sound too terrible. Okay, try to lower that a little bit. No. More. Again, here's the neck. 3rd of October, 1972. And I'm having a hard time seeing if that's an A or a B at the end. But I think that would be, I think that's a B. And what that shows you is the neck cut. Alright, so I'm just going to lay this thing back in there. And bolt it back together. Okay. Now I'm going to lay it on its face and snug these bolts down. I should also see if I've got any of these laying around. Maybe I can find a couple of those to put in there for him. Look at that. Did somebody have their cigarette right there? Okay, so I was able to get some ferrules, and these are from All Parts. And they fit in there really nice, but they're not the exact match. But, you know, I didn't want to string this thing up and not have any ferrules in there at all. And if he ever does find the exact ones, you can have those two replaced. But they went in really good, and you just slowly tapped them in there, and they're super easy. So now I just need to put these remaining two strings on here. So this one is an 11 gauge. It's no wonder. So the frets on this thing are really worn out. So when my customer comes in to pick it up, I'm going to recommend that it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a refret done to it. And I don't do refrets here at my shop, but I've got two qualified luthiers on my side of town that I'm good friends with, and so I can get that work done. And they always give me a good price when I have something like that done, when I need a refret. So if any of you guys here in the Phoenix area have an old guitar that needs refretted, I can get that work done for you guys. Because again, let me bring you in close here. And we can look at some of these frets underneath here. Oops. So you can see they're really wearing out. And these were little frets to begin with. Under the first fret there. It's got a couple of good grooves right there. But yeah. Borderline needs a neck refret. Alright, so I'm tuning this thing up now. We've got 9 gauge strings on it. And one thing that you might have noticed is I didn't break out the F1 oil. I haven't cleaned, I didn't do any cleaning to this guitar. So many guitars I sit and I just clean them and I make them look nice and I get all the dirt and everything off the fingerboard. But none of that was necessary on this guitar. And so that makes this restring video just a little unique because of that. But now that it's tuned up, I'm not much of a player, but I'm going to plug it into an amp and I'm going to strum on it a little bit so you can see what that pickup that I changed out, we can see what that thing sounds like. Start over again. Alright, so here's the neck position on this thing. Throw it up into the neck position where I change that pickup out. And this is just into my practice amp, my test amp that's under the bench here. That's with the tone all the way down. Here's with the tone back in. So there it is, guys, restring video. It's an old Tele. You don't see them very often. The 3 things that were kind of concerning And you guys let me know in the comments. It doesn't have the bullet truss rod adjustment there. It's like a vintage one. And it doesn't have the 3-bolt neck plates. But the neck is stamped 1970s. So there it is, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Everybody have a great day. Leave me some comments. Go buy a guitar.